everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy and I am here with FabFitFun. So I am in a last-ditch effort to earn a YouTube paycheck this month, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to make it, but who knows, maybe we'll get lucky. The last video that aired was a Temu video, which was super fun to do after 3 months. And so yeah, so now I'm gonna do this one, and then it'll be back to my new standard of hauling vintage junk journal supplies and ephemera and all kinds of cool old sentimental stuff. But anyway, today we're here doing FabFitFun, and I signed up last fall, so this might be my last box. I signed up last fall for the annual subscription, and I'm not sponsored or anything. I probably have friend codes to share, but I don't have any of that information. And I also added on a mystery box to my subscription. So I think that was like a $20 add-on box. So yeah, so let's get started. I did bring my stuff that I was remiss to not, I really needed it last episode because I was had a super red nose for the whole video. And it's been a little, I gotta prime this. It's been a little while since I've used it. You guys remember when I used to use this stuff all the time, and then stupid Temu discontinued it, but how awesome it worked to tone down the red. Although I need something to tone down the shine. Whoa. But anyway, do I have any Kleenex? I have some Kleenex kind of far away. Do I have any here? You guys will freak out, but I've got some of the tissue paper from the pants that I got in the last video. And well, my skin's already terrible, so let's just put some weird random paper on my skin to soak up the grease. But how are you doing? So I filmed the Temu video right before I filmed this one. Well, not right before, I had to upload it and everything. But Jason went to 3 movies, so I've got time to film, so I wanted to get these done. And I'm not having a terrible hair day. I didn't do anything different, so I don't know why some days it's better than others. And my bald spot's not getting any better in the front, no matter how many vitamins and stuff I take. I think it's just that's just my lot in life. So anyway, whenever I'm having a decent hair day, why not film? So yeah, so okay, I should, if I were smart, pull up the FabFitFun website, which I always struggle to get into. So I usually go to a text message that I got from them to get into my account, which seems silly, but so I've been a member since November. And this is the fall box, or is this the summer box? Oh, it's the fall box. So yeah, I think I'm probably done. I don't know what it cost. I don't remember what it costs. I've earned 239 points, which is the equivalent of 60 cents. So I don't know, but is this the right place? Yes. Okay, yeah, the mystery bundle was $19.99. And okay, I'm in the fall box. Supposedly, this is worth $300. And depending on the choices, right? And I always set an alarm on my phone for the moment when customization opens up. It opens up earlier if you have an annual subscription than it does if you have the monthly or the quarterly subscription. I don't know by how much. I don't know if it's a couple days or if it's just later in the day. I don't know how much extra time you get if you're an annual member, but I always have it set because I'm probably kind of picky and I don't want leftovers or the stuff that nobody wants. So, but I love the boxes. These are great boxes to store things in later. But let me get my scissors so that I can open this box. And we'll see what we've got. When you do your customizations, I feel like it's 4 to 5 weeks before you get the package in the mail, and I never remember. And I used to, well, okay, so I joined last November, so when FabFitFun was doing all of their Black Friday deals and Christmas deals, I was doing all those too, spending way too much money, but supposedly the stuff is super cheap, you know, in comparison to if you had to buy it from the actual retail store. So, so yeah, I don't know. But I was doing a lot of that, and I started getting overwhelmed with all the skincare stuff because I've got super sensitive skin. So my dermatologist has me on specially formulated creams and stuff. So I don't know, but you want to feel like a lady. Ooh, that's really pretty. So these boxes, I saved these boxes for storage that's important to me. Like I will not take my new cardboard scissors and cut this one up, but it's beautiful, beautiful inside. Now, when I was a little kid, my aunt sent me a package in the mail for my birthday, and when I opened it up, a balloon came out and maybe some confetti had been stuck to the balloon, but she had wrapped the inside of the box too. And I just thought that was so special. I remember it to this day. And so I love seeing a box that's decorated on the inside because it's just so fun. And then I like to reuse and recycle the packing materials in my own packing stuff that I send, but that kind of paper would be great in junk journal too. All right, we've got HelloFresh, 11 free meals in case you want to use that. This does not work for a family of 6 or now 5 with Gabby being away at college because their meals just aren't big enough. And quite frankly, none of us really want to cook. So we do pretty simple meals. But I am kind of looking forward. Okay, well, I'm not really looking forward to this, although maybe. But when I'm an empty nester, Jason and I want to get one of those sous vide kitchen robot machines that you order your food and you put it in the thing and you can tell it what time you want it to start cooking, and then when you get home from work, it's just done and ready. We want one of those for when we don't have to still feed kids. Because quite frankly, the options don't really line up with our picky kids. But okay, well, there's some cool stuff in here. All right, well, let's look at this one first. So we've got Bloom greens and superfoods, strawberry kiwi, digestion. So it's to help with digestion, bloating, and energy. Dietary supplement. When you are on a GLP drug, it's all over the news. You don't get enough nutrition because you're not as hungry as you were. You don't eat as much, so you're also not getting as much nutrients. And so I'm taking extra iron Flintstones because I have trouble swallowing pills, but I'm taking extra iron Flintstones because that's another thing. People on GLPs or GLP-1s, I don't know what the right term is, have hair loss because you're aging your scalp faster than the rest of your body. And who puts serum on their scalp? Well, I'm sure people do. I put some serum on my scalp yesterday and my head itched the rest of the day. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to live with the hair loss. But I thought I can at least do what I can. And I don't know if these are gummies. It kind of sounds like they're gummies. Bloom Nutrition's greens are made with 30 plus good for you ingredients, including fruits and veggies, pre and probiotics, digestive enzymes, and more. Greens help aid digestion, relieve occasional bloating, and promote cellular energy. And that's another thing, people that are on Mounjaro's, Ozempic and stuff, we have digestive issues. So, I mean, I think the majority of us do. Now, okay, I'm getting off topic here, but during COVID, when I was in the hospital for 3 weeks, dying from COVID, they did lots of lung x-rays, as you can imagine, during that time. And during one of those, or probably all those x-rays, they discovered that I have gallstones. Now, I've been noticing in the last couple of weeks, I've started to have gallstone flare-ups, and it feels like indigestion, except it's localized more to the left side of your body, and maybe that's your body's way of helping you know it's not a heart attack. But at some point, I may have to have my gallbladder removed. My grandmother had to have hers removed. I mean, I'm not having like horrible flare-ups of the gallstones, but I came across something at random, well, probably not random because Big Brother watches everything, but something popped up on my Instagram feed of people that have had their gallbladders removed and the digestive issues that they have, which you don't have all your parts, things aren't going to work quite as well. But they were talking about how like they'll be eating, and while they're eating their meal, everything tries to flush out. And I'm like, holy cow. I mean, I've had a few instances of that on Mounjaro, but yikes. I mean, there's extra probably medication you have to take when you lose a gallbladder, and you don't need a gallbladder to live, but it sounds like you might wish you still had one. So yeah, so I'm thinking, oh great, I've already got the occasional digestive issue, but now I don't want to lose my gallbladder. So I really hope that my level of gallstones is not growing, or that they don't roll around and block something. So yeah, but anyway, this should help with that. It has got only 20 calories, and it lists all the different blends. There's a fiber blend, there's a green superfood blend, a pre and probiotic blend, fruit and vegetable blend, and antioxidant beauty blend, adaptogenic blend, and digestive enzyme blend. And I know a lot of people that are vegans will take digestive enzymes to help their situation because they're not getting some of the things that you would normally get from animal products. So, I mean, I can't speak to the efficacy of this, obviously, or whether this, I mean, these kind of things are never regulated by the FDA. So it's probably hit or miss, but should we open it and take one? What are the serving size? Oh no, it's a scoop. So you have to add it to a liquid. Just add 1 scoop to 8 to 12 ounces of water, juice, or your favorite beverage daily. Oh, you guys. Well, I've done these. It would be really good probably added to a smoothie. Like if you were doing, you know, just upping the volume of fruits and veggies that you have in a smoothie. I was gonna say, let's smell it. It's got a lift and peel, but I don't, it doesn't, it looks like it's all just one piece. Where's the lift and peel part? Okay. Am I going to have a big mushroom cloud of veggie powder on my bed after this? If I'm not careful. Okay, well, that smells like veggies, dehydrated veggies. There's your little scoop. So, I don't know. I'll probably try adding it to water, but my guess is it doesn't going to taste very good in water. But I might be surprised, but maybe I'll need to get, I don't know, like apple juice? I mean, then you're adding the calories, but it's only, that only has 20 calories, so I don't know. All right. That has a value of $29.99. So it's a delicious way to sneak in your greens. And it was strawberry kiwi flavor, if I didn't point that out. So I don't know. Those go in a smoothie. But usually I've got some kind of a base like apple juice or something to give added, I don't know. I like sweet things. So it's very hard for me to not have sweet things. All right, next, chocolate macadamia hydrating mask with hyaluronic acid and vegan collagen. Well, I don't know what vegan collagen is. And everybody always says that your skin cannot absorb collagen unless it's got specific, there's specific ways in the ingredients list to talk about collagen. And some of them supposedly can absorb through your skin, but most cannot. I do not remember at this point in time which ones do and which ones don't. I don't see any in the ingredient list. I don't see the line items that specifically relate to the collagen, but it says apply evenly to clean, damp, or dry skin. Leave on for 15 to 20 minutes. Rinse thoroughly with warm water for external purposes only. And leading with the ingredients of chocolate and macadamia, this decadently nourishing facial mask contains a skincare smoothie of hyaluronic acid, vegan collagen, niacinamide, peptides, plant squalane, and allantoin. It's gentle, smells delicious, and works to replenish lost moisture because skin deserves to be treated in more ways than one. So it looks like this. And shall we see what it smells like? It's a 2 ounce or 60 milliliter size. It has a value of $47.99. It had a little, you know. Okay, well, I can smell the chocolate. It smells like dark chocolate. I can't really smell the macadamia, but I wouldn't really expect to. So yeah, so I'm hoping that it's creamy and clay-like. There was a mask I got from, actually I think it was from FabFitFun, but it was years ago. And that company has since gone out of business, but they had, I was just in love with this particular mask and how it felt on my skin. And I've been searching for that ever since, and I've never found it, but maybe this will surprise me and be that thing. I love putting it on with a brush. That's how I put mine on. But yeah, so nice. All right, this, they've pre-opened it for us. This is Guava Leave-In Conditioner. They really, really, really want you to know that. And free of silicones, parabens, sulfates, phthalates, artificial colorants, cruelty-free formula. Oh, I forget. I always want to tell you guys where these things are made from. Made in the USA. And made in the USA. FabFitFun does have a lot of things made in the USA in case you're anti buying things from China, that kind of thing. Although they say, don't they say Korea has the best skincare? Oh, look, it's so pretty. So I'm going to really enjoy using this box in my crafting life. Plastic, okay. So Ceremonia Deep Hydration Repair Cream. And the instructions: remove excess water from clean, damp hair. Begin with a dime-sized amount of product. A little goes a long way. Spread guava leave-in conditioner between your palms and apply throughout the hair, focusing on mid-lengths and ends, avoiding the scalp, and apply more as needed. So nice. My hair tends to get really frizzy, especially now that it's graying. The gray hair is unruly. So when I was picking things out, I was looking for things to kind of help with that. This has a value of $27. And did we already say where this was made? My attention is so short. Made in the USA. But yeah, isn't that box beautiful? Like, I am so gonna be using that. All right. Then we've got, oh, I love this brand, Dr. Jart, specifically because of how much redness I have as a sufferer of rosacea. My psoriasis is in remission due to the Sotyktu that I'm on. But it does cause acne, which is great because I didn't need any help having acne. But Dr. Jart is probably my favorite brand of skincare to help with redness. And this is a huge container, but this is tiger grass color correcting treatment. So it goes on underneath your foundation. Oh man, I think they're cooking a pizza out there and it smells so good. I'm hungry. But yeah, huge jar. Like, this will last forever. I still have like a tiny sample size jar. Neutralizes redness and protects skin, improves skin appearance to be vibrant. And it includes a SPF 30 sunscreen. All right, so it looks like this, and then I don't have any foundation on today, aside from what you saw me put on at the beginning of the video, but I didn't put anything on over here. So, I mean, I don't know, is it neutralizing it? I mean, you tell me. I mean, it probably does neutralize it a little bit. What about this part right here? You don't need a lot, but they are giving you a lot. I know my glasses are in the way, but I need to see. So, okay, that did tone down the redness, and it really didn't leave it looking green. I know you can't tell completely on film, but yeah, so, okay. But yes, I love this. It was an excellent size. It is, can you hear my son laughing? He's playing a game. And it seems perhaps that my bedroom door is not closed as much as I need it to be. I think it's made in the USA. I saw someplace that said Have USA. So I'm gonna just say it's made in the USA. But this one This retails for $54, according to them. Hang on a second. I'm going to see if I can get him to tone it down just a little. So if you watched my Temu haul, where I got those shorts instead of the capri pants, I'm wearing the shorts. Let me show you that in a second. Let me do something with this powdery thing. I don't have anywhere to put that. That's probably gonna stay there for a week. I'm wearing the shorts, and it's a little weird just because of how I'm sitting here, but they fit perfectly. So I'm definitely gonna keep them, but I'm still gonna try to get my money back just because it's not the right item. And I said that the waist, you know, the way that you had to button on the waist was weird. Well, I don't really have to deal with that. I did undo it and try to redo it, and it is kind of difficult, but it's stretchy enough that I can just, it's probably more for decoration than usability, but you can undo it if you need to. But I am able to just pull them down, but I love them. So I guess lucky me that at least the wrong item they sent was still something I really, really liked. All right. Hang on. Hang on. Gotta be a mom for a minute. Okay, next we've got Amika Forget Frizz Anti-Frizz Shampoo, and 9.2 ounces or 275 milliliters. And I think this is a pretty reputable brand. It is made in the USA with global materials. See, that's the thing, right? Even if it's made in the USA, they still, you know, got to get their stuff from somewhere else a lot of times. But this bottle is made with 90% post-consumer recyclables. It is a beautiful bottle, and it's an excellent size. It won't take up much space in the shower. And leave frizz in the past with this smoothing shampoo that visibly reduces frizz while nourishing and softening. Infused with glycolic acid, this hydrating formula is clinically proven to lock out humidity, so frizz is out of sight, out of mind. Use it, massage through wet hair, rinse, avoid contact with eyes. Clinically tested when Forget Frizz shampoo and conditioner are used as a system. Yeah, that's usually the thing too, is that you got to use both parts for it to really work like they say it will. So this, oh look, it's a part of a bundle with the conditioner. And they're beautiful bottles, beautiful bottles. So I gotta think of some way to use these bottles once I'm done with it. Maybe they're refillable and I can put something else in it so I can still use it. Something that, because these really won't take up much space. So anyway, with the, it says the same thing for the conditioner. We all know how to use shampoo and conditioner. So this set is worth $58. See, I'll never be able to afford to buy this again. So make sure I'm only using my dime or quarter size amounts. It's kind of like when you know, when they have, you know, twice a year when the stores have the liter sales, you're like, oh, I gotta make this liter last for a half a year. That's how I feel with this. All right, we've got a Rent the Runway Stitch Fix. Is that what this is? Here's the stitch. Why am I not seeing like the website? I don't know. I don't know if it's Stitch Fix or not, but there you go. If you want a discount, I used to do Dia, which was the plus size Stitch Fix, and I loved it. I'm kind of sad now that I can't wear any of those clothes anymore because I loved it. Now it was expensive, and I kept some clothes that I didn't want because it was cheaper to keep the whole box than to send stuff back. But yeah, I got lots of, they were really good. Now I never tried Stitch, and now I think Amazon has a capsule wardrobe that you can get, which I thought would be cool if I didn't like Temu quality clothes so much. But I think they're great. And plus, I don't have to go into an office anymore. I mean, I do, but I can wear whatever I want. Well, you know, not my pajamas or something, but so I don't have a need for decent clothes anymore, if that makes sense. All right, next we've got Magnesium Ease. Magnesium and Lavender Sleep Support Body Spray. Yes, so this kind of stuff, you got to be careful if you have pets. I do have 2 cats, so I will have to be careful. But I will probably spray it on my pillow, and they never get on my pillow. So it looks like this, and I mean, it says it says 12 sprays on to clean dry skin before bed or post workout. Do you think they mean 12? Like really 12? Or I guess they do. Can you see that? It says 12. It doesn't say 1 to 2. I guess you're spraying it all over your body. I was really thinking I'd be spraying it on my pillow. But maybe you need it to soak into your body too to get those benefits. Did it come in? It did come in a box. Okay, where's it from? Made in the US using globally sourced ingredients, but it's distributed out of London and Amsterdam. So that's interesting. The new Co.D is the coming together of renowned experts from multiple fields to bridge the gap between inner and outer health. So it's got magnesium chloride, bioavailable magnesium extract to support sleep and muscle recovery. And then, of course, we all know lavender is a calming effect. And it's also got arnica, which supports muscle recovery and can aid reduction in tension. So, okay, well, I guess it says avoid contact with the eyes and the mouth. Don't ingest it. But otherwise, yeah, this says 12 sprays also. So I don't know. I guess you just spray yourself down before you go to bed. Maybe I'll try that tonight and see, because another thing about being on Mounjaro and losing a bunch of weight is you don't have all that extra padding on your joints, so they get kind of sore. And because I'm most likely in perimenopause, I just don't sleep well anyway. All right. Oh, but how much was that? That was not that product. That has a value of $38. Okay, now I think this is the last thing. Yep, the last thing is this. I do not usually stray from the skincare line unless it's something really, or something I think is really awesome. But I thought this was pretty cool, and maybe I didn't like anything else in this customization option, but it's got a nice bag. Whatever happened to that lady that made purses out of these dust bags? Is she still in business? There was one point in time where she asked if she could send me something to review, and then I never heard from her again. So I hope she's still in business, because she made some really cool stuff. but I don't even know what her name is at this point. All right, so it looks like they're both, it looks like it's the same on both sides. Tote, you know, I don't know, it feels leathery. It says vegan leather. And what is vegan leather? Is that, so I did some research when I had that auction and I got a bunch of leather, and I know there's a way, sometimes vegan leather refers to the oils that get used to cure the leather. But how else would you make, I'm so dumb, how else would you make leather without an animal? I don't know. So I don't know, when it says vegan leather, I really don't know what that means. I'm sure that it's there to appeal to vegans or anybody who is pro-animal, right? So I don't know. I'm not educated enough to talk. I've already shown you this. I don't know why I'm showing you this again, but we'll point out that there are no feet to this. And then the inside feels like it's got the name on it. The inside looks and feels like leather to me. So we'll look and see if the description says anything else. But yeah, brown's not really my thing, but this is a really good neutral color. Wear with jeans. Well, you can wear with anything. And it's a pretty good size. Like it would fit a tablet. It wouldn't fit my computer, but it would fit a tablet. So, but there are no closures to it. So it is definitely more like a tote bag, in my opinion. All right, so that had a value of $149. Vegan leather slouchy bucket bag. Was that the most expensive thing that I supposedly got out of this? Crafted from vegan leather, pebbled exterior with a soft vegan suede lining. This vegan leather slouchy bucket bag blends function with everyday style. Dual straps and an open main compartment make it easy to grab and go. It's your effortless, elevated companion for daily errands or nights out. Yeah, it says vegan pebble leather, so I'm gonna have to do some research to figure out, I mean, like, would they make it out of, well, plants, obviously, but like what kind of plants can give you a vegan or a leather texture? Well, that's interesting. So I think that was the most expensive thing in the box. So now let me get to the mystery box and see what we got there. It's not really a mystery at this point because it's just in this loose bag. I think in the past they have put it in a box of its own so that it can be kind of a mystery, but I do like the plastic drawstring bags that they put them in. But let me get, we've got Peanut has come over. We'll see if she comes into camera view. I'm trying to make sure I don't have anything out. I thought my little, you can't lose these. If you buy this glue, well, if you buy this glue, you know, and buy the little accessory kit that comes with it. So you get this metal tip and then this stainless steel pin, because you can't just use a regular straight pin, it'll rust. So I've lost this pin before and had to buy a whole little container of those, and so I was making sure that it had not fallen, it wasn't falling out. All right, I haven't done my commercial yet. So this video is sponsored by my Junk for Goats Etsy store and my Junk for Goats coffee shop where I sell my digitals, and 10% of the proceeds that I make in those stores goes to buy goats for people in need around the world so that they can feed their families and have things to sell to their neighbors to have income. And Peanut is going under the table, so I'm trying to make sure she doesn't knock everything over. But I sell vintage ephemera in packs and in all sorts of ways, and some of it's not vintage, but the majority of it is. And then I do a monthly digital kit that I list on my coffee shop, and if you're a member of this channel, you get, if you're an attempted murder member, you get like 2/3 of the kit, and if you're a murder member, you get the full kit. And why would I name my membership levels conspiracy to commit murder, or conspiracy to murder, attempted murder, and murder? Because my last name is Crow, and a group of crows is a murder. All right, back to the show. This is Peanut. We've got higher education, no brainer, gentle facial cleanser, dry and sensitive skin. All right, I probably will not use this because I'm using CeraVe per my dermatologist's directions. And directions: use twice daily, apply a generous amount to wet hands, and massage all over the face. Rinse with lukewarm water. And this is made in the USA. So I've got 2 girls that still live here, so I'm sure they can make use of that. And is there anywhere that says this mystery thing that I paid $19.99 for is supposedly has a $70 value. They've gone deep into their vault to find the things that nobody wanted the first time around, and they put them in this. They're claiming they're things that were previously sold out, but I don't buy it. So I guess I can't tell you the value of these items specifically. But I love the box. I'll definitely use the box. All right, and then we've got BB Bond Building Repair Treatment. Bumble and Bumble. Weekly treatment that builds new bonds to strengthen hair and helps repair damage with Honey Bond Building Complex. Color safe. Oh, I don't have to worry about that. The last word in hair repair. Used once a week, this treatment helps reverse the look of past damage, fortifies hair fibers to protect against future damage, and smooths the cuticle for shine and softness. So after you use their shampoo and their conditioner, then you could use this. But perhaps maybe once a week I can use this when I'm not using my new Amika stuff. Do you remember when we used to do VO5 hot oil treatments on our hair? I used to do that and, you know, thought that was so great. And then what? I become an adult and then don't think I need to do anything special with my hair anymore? Like, what's that about? I will say though, nobody in my family wants me to color my hair. I know some people have said, like when I would do wig try-ons, how much younger I looked, because I'm not 50 yet. I'm only 49, but and so several people have said you'd look so much younger and your hair would look fuller if you colored it. Well, I took a vote in the family. Nobody wants me to color it, and they all actually think it's pretty, which I do too at times. But yeah, so all natural it is. All right, so the final thing, Sienna? Oh, XO. Oh wait, is that an X or a Z? Yeah, that's an X. XO Sienna, Max Maven Planters. Oh boy, some stoneware. I'm not a big fan of stoneware, but maybe I can resell this heavy item that would cost a bunch to ship. But maybe it's really pretty. My guess is though that it'll look something in keeping with the box. So I'm expecting it to be some kind of neutrally kind of color, if not exactly this. But maybe I'll be happily surprised. I don't think I'm going to be happily surprised. Okay, you guys, I think this is butt ugly. So I don't want to keep this at all. But, I mean, sure. I think I've gotten other things from this brand from FabFitFun, but no, I don't like anything about this. Nothing. I love flowers, and no, I don't like the colors together. I don't like anything. But you know what? I mean, I can't imagine keeping this, but if you didn't want it as a planner, it would be an excellent thing next to the stove if this fit your motif to put your utensils in that you would use at the stove. It's a great size for that. But ugh, yuck. I do not like this at all. So I would have if it had gone with this, that would have been okay. But yeah, so I'm going to perhaps list this for sale. Oh wait, there's more. There's obviously the base that it needs to sit in. That didn't help any. So, okay. Am I gonna be able to get this back in so I can just turn around and resell it? I don't know. I'm gonna have to take pictures of it. But yeah, ugh, gross. Ouch. Okay. Well, this was probably, I don't know. I mean, the other two things are fine. I mean, I won't use the face wash, but the hair thing I will. Now, is that, well, okay, the other two things combined, I think, are worth the 20 bucks that I paid for it. So they're, who knows what they value this thing at. I have to look. I'll have to do some, see if anybody on Poshmark is selling this or whatever, so I can get some price comparisons. But yeah, but now that I've kind of learned how to ship things, now I can sell anything. But anyway, okay, so that was all the stuff to haul, but I want to do, because we have a little time, or I haven't used up all the time, let's do a nostalgic TV trivia. We haven't done one of those for a little bit. So, and those of you that don't watch my crafting or my craft haul videos, maybe you've been missing the nostalgic TV trivia. I'm hoping that some of you oldies but goodies have come back for the last couple videos just to say hi. I understand if my new hauling is not your thing. I mean, time's valuable, so you should spend it doing things that you like. Okay, name, I have cat fur in my nose now, I think. Name Chester Riley's wife on The Life of Riley. Name the spaceship in the Pigs in Space episodes on The Muppet Show. What was William Bartley Masterson's pseudonym? Name James West's partner on The Wild Wild West. What cookies are made by tiny elves in a hollow tree? What peanut butter tastes the most like fresh peanuts? What type of TV show was To the Queen's Taste? Cornfield County is the setting for what comedy series? Okay, when I run out of TV questions, I'm going to go over to advertising questions because I think that will be fun too. Nostalgic advertising. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here to answer these questions that most of them we don't know the answer to. But hopefully you do, because I know my viewers are like my age and older typically. So hopefully this is bringing back some fun memories, even though they pick out really obscure things for these cards. All right, name Chester Riley's wife on The Life of Riley. Well, it's obviously Mrs. Riley. Obviously. Name the spaceship in the Pigs in Space episodes on The Muppet Show. I don't like cartoons. I don't like puppets. I have no idea. I should know this just because it's part of Americana, but I don't know. What was William Bartley Masterson's pseudonym? Now, when I hear Masterson, I'm thinking, what am I thinking? I'm thinking like Maverick, that kind of thing. But I don't know if that's right, but I'll say Maverick. But a pseudonym, so that should mean that he's a writer, right? I don't know, you guys. It's gonna be, okay, well, let's think about this for a minute. William Bartley Masterson's pseudonym. It could be like Ray Bradbury, or, because he had a TV show. Well, Alfred Hitchcock had a TV show. But do directors and stuff have pseudonyms? I don't know the answer to that. Name James West's partner on The Wild Wild West. Well, stop it. We've had questions about The Wild Wild West before. We know that was Robert Conrad and the other guy. And we've had questions about the other guy, but I can't think of what his name is. And I can't think of, stop it. This is not food. No, 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 no. Oh, you're going to go around to get to it? No, it's not food. Oh. Stop it. She is going crazy for this little wrapping thing that was on the powder stuff. You may not have it. All right, so we've had questions about him, but I can't think of his name. So I don't know, darn it. What cookies are made by tiny elves in a hollow tree? Well, Keebler cookies, right? I just have to have the brand, right? Do I have to have the actual cookie? Because they make lots of cookies. Toll House? Do they do Toll House? Keebler Toll House cookies? I don't know. That's Nestle. What peanut butter tastes the most like fresh peanuts? Well, you've got Jif, you've got Peter Pan. What are the other brands of peanut butter? Well, I guess I'm gonna go with Jif, but I don't know. What type of TV show was To the Queen's Taste? Fashion? I don't know. Cornfield County is the setting for what comedy series? Okay, well, I hope it's not something like Petticoat Junction or something like that, because I didn't watch those shows and they're very popular on these cards. I'm gonna say Green Acres, but I don't think that's right either, because, well, I just don't. But that's what I'm gonna say, because I don't know. All right, name Chester Riley's wife on The Life of Riley. Peg. Oh, my grandma's name. Stop. Oh. Do you ever get so frustrated with your animals that you just are like, please leave? You're not being a blessing right now. She's got these back claws that she doesn't realize when she slides down my leg that hurts. Just sit down already. Okay. Name the spaceship in the Pigs in Space episodes on The Muppet Show. Swine Trek. That doesn't even make sense. I mean, Star Trek, that wasn't the name of the ship. Swine Trek, that's dumb. I mean, that would have been a good name for the shows or the episodes. What was William Bartley Masterson's pseudonym? Bat Masterson. Darn it, I was thinking Brett Masterson. But what is Bat Masterson from? Is it... What is Bat Masterson from? Like, weren't there like several Mastersons, or is that a different thing? Let's look this up real quick, because we're all dying to know. Bat Masterson. Professional gambler, lawman, journalist known for his exploits in the late 19th and early 20th century in the American Old West. Oh, he's from Quebec, or was from Quebec. Buffalo hunter. Well, come on. Where is it, like, in popular culture? That's what we want. Oh, it was just Bat Masterson? Guys and Dolls? Well, that's interesting. So, posthumously, there were a bunch of short stories about him published under the title Guys and Dolls, which was later turned into a musical comedy. And, well, I really thought it was going to be like maybe The Gambler? But yeah, there's no reference. Oh, there's film references. Okay, well, I guess it was just Bat Masterson. So it should have been super obvious what his pseudonym was. Okay. Name James West's partner on the Wild Wild West. Artemis Gordon, yes. Ugh. What cookies are made by tiny elves in a hollow tree? Keebler cookies. What peanut butter tastes the most like fresh peanuts? It was Jif, yay! What type of TV show was To the Queen's Taste? Cooking. Well, that was too obvious, you guys. It had the word taste in it. Sure, it could have been cooking, but her taste could have been fashion just as easy. Stop. What are you doing? You are being a problem. She found another piece of that plastic. You see that? See how much she wants that plastic? That's not good. They go and eat plastic, you know, when we're not looking, because they'll chew it off of the side of things, and then they'll spit it up later, and it's so gross. Cornfield County is the setting for what comedy series? Hee Haw. Ugh, I didn't like Hee Haw. I had to watch that sometimes, like Saturday evenings or something, and I didn't care for that. Okay, so how many did I get? I got Keebler cookies and Jif. So 2 out of 8, that's about my normal. So hopefully you did better. Let me know in the comments. And after this video, we'll be back and excitedly looking at some more vintage and antique and thrifting kind of goodies that you can't, it's all unique. And who doesn't want a piece of, well, lots of people don't like history, but who doesn't want to look at history? So yeah, so if you came back to the channel to see Temu and FabFitFun, I hope you'll consider coming back and watching some of the other hauls. If nothing else, just to sit and chat for a while. But anyway, I really, really, really appreciate your time today. Thank you for spending it with me. And I want to thank everybody for their kind comments, their thumbs, their subscriptions, their memberships, all the good things. And thank you if you happen to be someone that's ordered from one of my shops. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm really trying to turn that into a legitimate side income. And so thank you. So what do we say now? Wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day. And until we meet again, take care of yourself. Bye.